steel pans. This is from Andy Narell, and it is the Ellie Mannette collection. And such a beautiful story when you watch the video on the history of the steel orchestra, where they're taking oil drums and metal pans. And Ellie Mannette was, the premier tuner in the world for this type of instrument, where you've got oil drums of various sizes and you're hammering those things out in order to make instruments out of. And it is just such a fabulous collection here. I think this is like, and you can see Andy here with Ellie, and just influenced even as a child to be playing these beautiful instruments. And my good friend Tracy Collins from Indigenous was instrumental in helping them bring this library together. And this is also a free kontak player instrument. So you want to make sure you check out the links in the description for that. And Lizzie, thank you so much for subscribing. I appreciate that. So we've basically just have one NKI. And I really think that's really helpful a lot of times, because it just keeps things organized, and it makes it easy to get around the instrument as well. So you open this up and you have the full band. And the full band, you've got basses, tenor basses, and what they call guitars, mid-range, and the DS, and then the tenors. So let's just play with the full band a little bit. Welcome to the islands. Okay, so that that kind of reminds me. Let's see. How does she know that you love him?
How does she know that you love her?
Oh!
He knows the song too?
How do you show her you love her?
Da, 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 da. How does he know she loves him? How does she know he cares? From Enchanted. These are just spectacular. And, and the thing is, this is just the full band, and it's just so playable. The thing is, they recorded so many different velocity layers and just put the expressiveness in there. You even have just some of the rolls. So you can click on rolls. And also the rolls are triggered with a key switch down here. And since Andy is just so deep, he's, most of his life just spent with steel drums and with the steel orchestras like this. He's got such a sensitivity to how these are played. This is just like... it is just beautiful. So it's so cool. So I'm going to solo. Let's just solo some of these. So the basses, and yeah, so we'll just solo the basses. Listen how nice and rich that is. Now this has all the basses, so you click on this, and this lets you choose just a single sounds. You've got 4 different basses here, and each one has a different tone, different character to it. And you can adjust the key zones. So when you have the full orchestra going, sometimes you're going to have overlaps with some of the sounds, and here you can control these zones. You can control how they're mapped across the keys when you're using the full band. And let's see. Let's solo the tenor basses. And we can increase the key ranges. And you have 2 of those. And you can either select them individually or with the combination of both of them playing at the same time. And then here are the guitars, the triple guitars here. Yeah, these are so beautiful. And guitar number 2. Having multiple steel drums like this, being able to pair them together, it just releases the harmonics, because there's so much harmonics being generated from these. Even though they've tried to tune them to precise notes, it's just those little inconsistencies, and it's almost like the genes. You know, the genes are a little different. Everything is different. You could do the same type of drum, but they're not going to sound exactly the same. And so when you put them together, it just creates something really beautiful. And all the links are going to be in the description, so make sure you check. Make sure you always check the description, because sometimes there's codes, discount codes, or entry forms like today. You want to make sure you enter for the Opaline giveaway later on, and so make sure you check out the descriptions always. Come the glory. He come from the kingdom. That's beautiful. And now we've got the DS, the double seconds. These very sweet. So you've got 6 of these. Each one again with a different character, different tone, and then you have 4 different combinations over here. And again, I can feel Tracy Collins's programming under my fingers, because he just has a way of scripting a Kontakt engine to just let you experience it, and it just is so playable, very playable. Now this is an old, these old tenor drums. Yeah, okay, so like you've got a really old pan here. But when you combine with the other ones, it just makes it sound so beautiful. And of course, you have the touch sensitivity, you can control that. You have reverb, delay. Let's go back to the full band here. And let's turn on some delay. Let's just check that. Yeah, and then you can, okay, so you can, yeah, so you have this whole effects section here that you can send those effects to. Really cool. Chorusing. So you've got a lot of flexibility there. And you've got harmony. So we can click on harmony, and with one note, it'll voice. So you can choose the interval. Let's do a third up. So we're in the key of F. Okay, that doesn't matter. Okay, yeah, it does. So let's go to the key of F. And so it'll shift the harmony to what you're playing. And you hit the rolls. So it's a lot of just so much fun. Just so much fun with this. So make sure you check out the links in the description. It just has, let me turn off the harmony here. So this could be the first and last steel pan library that you will ever need because it's just done by just done so beautifully. You got to check out the video on the Ilio site as well because it just takes you back into some of the history. It gave me a really newfound appreciation for the steel drum. It's so much more than what you might think. So check that out.